You are welcome to another session of our online teaching and learning. In the past week, we have been discussing puberty and puberty rites. We looked at puberty as a state in human life where the child undergoes a transition into adulthood. We look at the changes that characterize puberty and the challenges that comes with it. We also discussed the way forward or the solutions to such challenges or how to curb those challenges. Then we continue to look at puberty rites as I beg your pardon. We continue to look at puberty rites as an initiation ceremony for puberty boys and girls, or for boys and girls at the stage of puberty, to usher them into adulthood. And we discussed that most of our Ghanaian communities take puberty rites among girls as a very, very important ceremony, unlike that of boys. We look at some puberty rites and where they are performed. And then we looked also at puberty rites among boys. Today we are continuing with our discussion on puberty rites, and we'll be looking at puberty rites among girls. And specifically, we are looking at puberty rite for Krobo girls or for Krobo girls. The Krobo people are a third group of the Ga Adangme ethnic group who settled along the Krobo Hills and the lower parts of the eastern region of Ghana, close to Greater Accra region. The language they speak is Krobo, which is very similar to Ga and Adangme. The people who live in Manya Krobo and Yellow Krobo districts of the eastern region are all Krobo people. By the end of this lesson, I'm expecting that the children will be able to describe the initiation ceremony for puberty girls among the Krobo people, identify the events in performing the Depo rites, and explain the socioeconomic and moral significance of the Depo rites. Without wasting more time, let's go straight forward to Depo, puberty rite for Krobo girls. Among the Krobo people, puberty rite for girls is a very, very important ceremony. It is one ceremony that attracts a lot of people from all over the country to Manya and Yellow Krobo. Before the Depo rite, and for the records, Depo is a name for the puberty rite among girls, or puberty rite for girls among the Krobo people. The opening of the Depo season is announced each year in February after the celebration of the festival of the clan god of the Yellow Krobo people. Then, a few weeks after that, the Menya Krobo people announce same. And this is how the announcement goes. Either the chief's linguist or the town crier goes around the town to announce to the people that the earth goddess Nene Kloweki of our Krobo land has opened the Depo season. And so bring your daughters who are ready to be initiated and to be made full Krobo women. And when parents hear this, they prepare their children, that is their daughters, and present them to their clan priests or priestesses for the Dipo. And the clan priests or priestesses pour libation to ask for blessings for them. Before they are finally taken to through the events of the Dipo rites. During this time, Krobo women or parents of Krobo girls all over the country who take so much pride in this Dipo rite prepare their children and travel all the way from wherever they are, whether they are in the Greater Accra region, Ashanti region, Upper East region, Central region, Northern region, Northeast region, wherever they find themselves in the country, they will travel with their daughters back to their homeland, back to their ancestral home, back to their hometowns, which is the Krobo land. And after they have prepared everything they need for the initiation, they start with the first event, which is the Kpanwumi, or the tying of string. The ceremony starts on either a Thursday or a Sunday. These 2 days are sacred days for the earth goddess of Kroboland, that is Neneklueki. In this first part of the ceremony, the normal beads women wear around their waist is removed and replaced with a simple string with only one reddish bead tied to it. So the normal beads the girls have on their waist will be removed, and these are usually done by old women who have been selected to perform the rituals or the ceremony. The normal beads the girls wear around their waist will be removed, and then it will be replaced with a simple string. This string is usually made from pineapple leaves, and then a reddish bead, quite bigger than the normal bead, is fixed on this string and tied around the girl's waist. And this ceremony is called Kpanwumi. After they have done this, they tear strands of very large and shiny, either red or white loincloth, and affix it to each girl's private part on the front and the back. So on the front, they fix the loincloth on the string and let it go down. It goes so long that it almost touches the ground. And on the back, to also cover the buttocks, they do same. And all these are done by selected old women. After this, they continue with the second event of the Dipo rite, and that is Yisipomi, shaving of hair. Here, the lower part of the girl's head is shaved, and after the lower part of the head has been shaved, a raffia fiber, and they call this raffia fiber soni. This soni is tied around the neck of the girls, that is the initiates. And note that the initiates are called Dipoyo. So the girl who is undergoing the initiation ceremony is called Dipoyo, and the ceremony is called Depo. And a large antelope skin is laid on the ground, and the girl is led by an old woman to stand on it 3 times. After they have done this, the old women still lead these girls to go and do what they call the grinding of the ceremonial meal, or the grinding of the ceremonial millet. So millet is poured into a stone that has been carved in the form of a mortar, and then they use a stone to grind the millet. The older women hold the hands of the young initiates and assist them or helps them or direct them to grind the millet. Like they have done that, after one girl has ground the millet, another girl collects the grounded millet from the stone, that's a grinding stone, and pour it into a bowl. This is the beginning of their orientation, and it is very significant because it signifies their orientation on one of their major roles as women, that is, to care for the home, to prepare food. Note that this initiation is to initiate the child into adulthood, and so one main significance of it is that the child will be trained or will be oriented on some responsibilities as a Krobo woman. Then the third event, which is the principal ceremony or the main ceremony, is the Ayapa, Hofufui, and the Togbemi. All these are done on the next Saturday from the beginning of the ceremony. So if the ceremony began on a Sunday, then the Saturday after that Sunday. If the ceremony began on a Thursday, then the Saturday after that Thursday. The Ayapa is the ritual bath. On the next Saturday, the girls go to the riverside in a procession, and they go carrying brand new sponge, towels, and some other things that are required of them. And they are led by older women to the riverside. Each girl take their turn to bath, and after they have finished the ritual bath, they return in the same procession. After that, they are made to taste non-Krobo foods when they return from the riverside, like groundnuts and sugar or sugar cane 3 times. Then the priest pours triple libation to invoke blessings from their family gods on them. This triple libation is called triple libation because the libation is done with schnapp. The libation is poured, or they pour the libation with schnapp, with millet beer, and then with palm wine. So they use three different liquors to pour the libation, and that is why it is called a triple libation. Let me do this correction, then we'll move on. Excuse me, please. Very sorry for that. Typing with the phone is sometimes very difficult. So they ask for blessing from their family gods by pouring the triple libation, the triple libation. And on that same night, or on the night of that same day, they do the tugbemi, that is the goat killing or killing of goat. Each initiate parent are made to buy a goat, and this goat is sacrificed for the initiate. And on the night of the third event, which is the tugbemi, what happens is that for each child, the goat is killed and the blood is allowed to flow under the feet of each girl. The purpose is to wash away any bad omen, any curse, any bad luck that will not allow the girl to grow in good health, that will frustrate the girl's future in childbearing. Any form of bad omen will be washed away by the cleansing of that sacrificial blood. After that, the next day, we move to the climax of the event, which is the fourth event, the sacred stone ceremony, Tekwomi or Tekpetiyami. Tekwomi or Tekpetiyami. That is the climbing of the stone. It is believed that the Krobos have a sacred stone at a sacred place on the Krobo Hills, which is their ancestral home. And the girls go to this place in the bush called the old lady's house with long sticks, and they carry calabashes with some foodstuffs which they present to the priest on arrival at the shrine. And the priestess who will perform the rites pours libation to bless these girls, and then the girls are taken to the stone room one after the other. They are made to sit on the stone for 3 times. It says sit, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up 3 times. After this, the girls are carried out amidst jubilation because they have been able to go through the initiation ceremony. And they are now full Krobo women. And usually they are carried by their brothers, their cousins, or their uncles, stronger boys. And during this period, girls who are old enough or who are of ripe age may find their future husbands because the men have the opportunity to choose from the girls who they would like to marry. After the jubilation, the remaining of their hair is shaved. Then the final part of the ceremony is the confinement. The girls are kept indoors in a place which is big enough to contain all of them, and for about a week, older women take turns to come and teach them, talk to them, advise them, lecture them, and orient them on womanhood, motherhood, making a family, keeping a home, what to expect in the future now that they are full Krobo women. I hope that when you have the opportunity, you will take a chance to witness one of these ceremonies for yourself. I saw one on TV and it was so interesting. I have plans of witnessing one for myself one of these days. Okay, what is the significance or importance of the Depo rites? It teaches the girls to be obedient. It also brings honor to the girls and their families because if one is not able to go through the Depo rites successfully, usually it is because they have been sexually immoral and have either become pregnant prematurely, which is a dishonor to their family. Then it also enables the girls to acquire some capital for their future because people give them donations, people give them gifts, usually in the form of cash, during the ceremony. The girls are able to get good husbands through the rites. Then this rite also upholds juvenile morality because girls who have already had teenage sex or premature sex, premarital sex, that's the right word. Girls who have already had premarital sex and so have broken their virginity and possibly sometimes even get pregnant cannot take part in the Depo rite. And so girls who took so much pride in this Depo rite do whatever they can to stay chaste so that they can also go through the initiation ceremony. So it helps to uphold juvenile morality. It prevents unwanted pregnancies and promiscuous behaviors. It is also an avenue for displaying the rich cultural heritage of Ghana. I hope that you have learned so much, and I hope that this lesson was so interesting to you. You can read more about the Depo rites either on the internet or in your textbooks. You can also ask anybody you know who is a Krobo person to either tell you more about it or give you some details on wherever you may not be so clear. But to test your knowledge on what you have learned, I want you to, in a summary of not more than 80 words, describe how Depo Rite is performed. So you summarize everything. And then two, identify two importance of Depo. I wish you good luck. Stay safe. Keep observing the COVID preventing preventive protocols because COVID-19 is still around. And more importantly, stay at home and keep learning. Bye bye.